Another training session for Real Madrid against Almeria. Let's react to ESPN's analysis.
But it will be Karim Benzema who'll grab all the headlines today, becomes the fourth top scorer in the history of La Liga, overtaking another Real Madrid legend in Hugo Sanchez, 236 goals. You imagine he'll catch Zara in third. Probably not, though, Cristiano Ronaldo and a certain Lionel Messi.
So if you see top goal scorers in La Liga history, Karim Benzema is right now at 4. That is incredible. If you would tell me that he would be top 4 scorer in like a couple of years ago, I would not trust you. Not only that, there's a good potential that he'll be third soon.
What's been talked about a lot and what's been so impressive, Benzema, is how he's been able to evolve his game throughout the years. From when he arrived as a big star from Lyon, Florentino Perez paid a lot of money for him, didn't really gel straight away, but it was that relationship with Cristiano Ronaldo that took him to one level, and then of course when Ronaldo left, him filling that void took him to the next.
And filling that void of productivity, which difficult to do when you consider it is Cristiano Ronaldo we're talking about, and the record-setting numbers that he scored for Real Madrid. And so, how do you do that if you're Karim Benzema? Well, you can't be Ronaldo. That's not who you are as a player. You focus on the things that you do well. And what he does well for Real Madrid, it's obvious to see. The amount of times that the play starts with him and finishes with him. He is the outlet. He is the hold-up player. Then he finds the next pass, which maybe Rodrygo, maybe Vinicius on the other side. Then he spins out and finds the run inside the 18-yard box. And finding that run inside the 18-yard box is not just runs in straight lines. We just saw it in the first goal. His ability to bring Rodrygo Eli towards the near post, understanding that what he wants to do is move the defender a couple of yards so that then I can find the far post and I'm wide open with a tap-in. It's not coincidence. It's just reading of the game, understanding who you are and what makes you a good player. He has flexibility to the way that he plays. He has creativity and final product. What else would you want?
So to see how good Benzema is, just look at Real Madrid's first 2 goals today. One from Vinicius' assist, the other from Rodrygo's assist. First goal, when Vinicius made the run with good dribbling, Benzema was there. Even though it looked like a tap-in finish, but the run he made, that is important. And if you look at Rodrygo's assist for Benzema's second goal, again, another instance that showed that his intelligence, the way he changes his position in the box, confuses other defenders. Defenders would think, okay, should I go forward or should I block him? Should I keep close him? But because of his intelligence run, it's difficult to track him.
We were questioning Ali, well, why is Benzema, as we just see his goals, why is he played 90 minutes? And the theory which you rightly came up with, which I think will almost definitely be proved true, is the fact that obviously it's midweek against Real Sociedad and you don't think he'll feature.
No, and I think this is a decision that has already been made. Now that I have no inside information, this is just me reading the situation as such. If Karim Benzema, in a game in which you were full control against Almeria at home, is playing 90 minutes, it's because that's Carlo Ancelotti's way of telling Benzema, look, I know you're chasing Pichichi, I know you're chasing Lewandowski, I know you want to be the leading goal scorer, well, get your goals against Almeria. You'll get your 90 minutes against Almeria, but you're not playing against Real Sociedad. In fact, I'd be surprised if he even makes the trip.
Okay, here I might disagree with Ella because given Vinicius is already suspended for next match against Sociedad, we don't have many attackers left. So, in my opinion, I'll be really surprised if Benzema doesn't play. Also, given if I follow his logic, so the reason why he's playing 90 minutes is because he wants to top Lewandowski. That's understandable. So, if he wants to top Lewandowski, why wouldn't he play against Sociedad? That doesn't make sense, right? Being said that, again, I said in earlier videos last week that why Benzema is playing 90 minutes. We don't need, right? Given he scored Hattrick, okay, give some other players time and remove him and give him some rest. Maybe it's Benzema who wants to play 90 minutes. I don't know.
Did you follow his journey right from day one? Are you surprised that we're discussing a Karim Benzema who's now the 4th top goal scorer in the history of La Liga?
Yes. That's the short answer, absolutely. You know, you were talking about it, weren't you, pre-game, that period in which there was a debate around him and Gonzalo Higuain, which, of course, with hindsight and from the point we're at now seems absurd, but was entirely justified, at least in that first season. In fact, remember in that first season, Higuain actually outscored Cristiano Ronaldo. Then, of course, we saw a Benzema who played not purely but quite significantly in the service of Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo scored so many goals that it was natural that the weight of goal scoring was then, if you like, encouraged to be pushed towards Cristiano Ronaldo. And Benzema even said it himself. He said, look, I had a guy alongside me who was scoring 50 a season, so it wasn't down to me to do that. So he played this role as I suppose you could almost describe him as a facilitator to Cristiano Ronaldo, while still scoring good numbers of goals. Not bad numbers at all of goals. Bear in mind as well that he wasn't a penalty taker during that decade with Cristiano Ronaldo. He then struggled a little bit to find his feet immediately after the departure of Ronaldo, but for the last 2 or 3 years has added the goals to his game. Now, he always argues, Karim Benzema, that he hasn't changed at all. But what's changed is us. That we've started to appreciate him because we've been shown the goals, the statistics that prove the case that he says was always there. Now, it's easy for me to say this, of course, because there's an implicit accusation there in the way that he sees it. But I don't agree with him. I think he's right that he was a brilliant player before. I think he's right. It's right that he was maybe undervalued before. But I also think it is true that in the last 2 or 3 years, he's playing at a level that he had never reached before. He's playing at a level that makes him a Ballon d'Or winner, that makes him arguably the best player in the world at the moment, and he's adding the goals. Now, the goals are only maybe, if you like, the statistical backup to everything else, but they're a key part of it. And so, yes, this does surprise us because this isn't a guy that we saw as an out-and-out number 9. Although, and I'd love to know what Jules thinks of this, for example, when he was at Lyon, he was a different type of striker then, and maybe he was more of a number 9 at that point than he then kind of evolved into in his first decade at Real Madrid.
I would say Benzema's success surprised me because when he came to Real Madrid, he wasn't the number 1 choice. And as Sid already mentioned that during Ronaldo era, he was playing different roles. Now that Ronaldo left, he took the responsibility to be the leader in Real Madrid squad and scoring goals and do the playmaking with other players and trying to motivate other players and be the leader, overall leader in our attack. If you want to say last season's Real Madrid's performance, you can call Real Madrid Benzema FC. That's how Real Madrid was dependent on him. And even this season, despite missing significant number of matches earlier because of injury, he's very close to Lewandowski, only 1 goal behind, playing significantly less matches. If we want to win against Man City in semi-final, Benzema has to be his best again.
And we of course know how important that experience is when leading some of the younger players, Sid, including Vinicius Jr., who you feel that Benzema's almost got a big brother relationship with. Yet when he sees Vinicius Jr., as we did in the first half, getting booked, he's going to miss the Real Sociedad game. It must frustrate maybe his teammates around him. How evident is that when you're pitch side?
Well, when you're pitch side, what you do see is in those moments in which Vinicius speaks back to the referee, or those moments in which Vinicius very demonstrably expresses his disappointment with decisions and so on. And today, for example, when he gets booked and then continues to applaud, you do see quite often, and we saw it a couple of times today, teammates going to him and saying, calm it down, don't get involved, don't go down this route. But you also see, and it's right that you asked us about being pitch side, because I think this isn't always picked up on television cameras. You also see some teammates kind of turn away as if to say, it's happening again. You know, they don't necessarily need to talk to him, but you can see in them the sense that this is unnecessary. This isn't always something that's beneficial for the team.
So many good points to discuss. First of all, Vinicius got a yellow card and which gave him suspension for next match against Real Sociedad. Again, why he got yellow today? Just to talk loud with referee. In my opinion, he should calm down a little bit. We have been talking this issue for a long time. He has composure issue. The fact that you can get angry with certain decision, but you have to maintain certain level of composure and calmness. You cannot behave like that. I think Real Madrid hierarchy should sit down with Vinicius and discuss this thing deeply. So because La Liga is over, let's not waste time discussing tactical points for our match today. But here are a couple of points I want to discuss today. First of all, I like the midfield that played today. Tchouaméni in the middle, which I prefer Tchouaméni or Camavinga at the middle always, no matter who we play. And then Ceballos had to play because Valverde was rested. Also, Modric is injured, which is unfortunate. Also, on the left, it was Cruz as usual. Performance-wise, especially if you think about attacking-wise, I think we created so many chances and we had a lot of opportunities to score more goals. And I like the way we create a chance and we score goals. There is not much downside today from attacking point of view. Only downside today is defending. First goal that we considered, again, everyone just slept. Like no one was defending. And second goal, again, we considered Toni Kroos, the veteran player, gave away the ball in crucial plays. That's not acceptable. Overall, I would say it was a great performance, attacking-wise, defending-wise, not so much. Again, it doesn't matter anyway. Let me know your thoughts about today's performance.